Hi everyone, Jade here from Nested Knowledge. Today I'm going to show you how to use our new Smart Configuration tool. This works once you've added in a search already. It works to configure a screening criteria for you based on your research question, and it's a tool that also can be used at the tagging extraction stage to generate a tag hierarchy, a data extraction template for you. So this video will be split into two parts. We'll go through Smart Configure at the screening stage and then at the tagging stage. First, at the screening stage, you'll want to come into Settings and configure criteria-based screening, since Smart Configure is only compatible for this type of screening mode at the moment and also for only a single number of reviewers. Then we'll navigate to the Configure Screening page, and in here, if you're familiar with criteria-based screening, you can manually create criteria for your abstracts and full texts, and these will be affirmative yes/no questions that you'll go through each study and answer yes or no. What Smart Configuration does is generates this criteria for you. So, clicking Smart Configuration, if you've used Smart Search, your research question will be populated in here. If you haven't used Smart Search, pop in your research question, refine it as you wish, and then hit generate. This will create a criteria in both the abstract and the full text, and you can go through once this is finished and take a look at each of these, make any edits as you see fit. And then once you've done that, you can choose to go through each study and manually answer these criteria yes or no, or you might choose to use the Smart Screener. So once you've generated Smart Config, select Smart Screener and either generate for abstracts, full texts, or do the action twice and do both. And once you've done that, you'll see on this page, we've got columns for unanswered, yes and no. So we can see a quick snapshot of the individual criteria and the number of studies where we've got unanswered for that criteria, yes or no, and you can filter to these studies. So we've got 444 records here where the studies were answered yes for this particular criteria. And I can go through each of these one by one and take a look at the answer, the annotation, and go through and make any edits if I want to. So that is how to use Smart Configuration in criteria-based screening. For the Smart Configuration in tagging, you'll navigate to the Configure Tag Hierarchy page, which is this gear icon to the right of the tagging menu, and you will start off in here. And something to note, we do have a few different AI tools in here. So we have Core Smart Tags, which is really helpful at the initial screening stage. It only looks at abstracts. It does use your research question, but it only extracts PICO's study type, size, and location. So you might have generated that at the start, and that automatically extracts from the abstracts. And the difference between Core Smart Tags and Smart Configuration is that Smart Configuration will look at your full texts as well, and it will generate a hierarchy to do a bit of a deeper dive in your included studies. Core Smart Tags keeps things somewhat sort of surface level, if that helps to think about it. So in the tagging page, you'll navigate to Smart Config, the gear icon at the top here, and select that. Your research question will be in here, refine it as you wish, and select generate. And this will be added to the bottom of your hierarchy here. So I know that actually all of these tags down here were generated by Smart Configuration. And something to note is that when you filter to these tags, nothing will have been extracted yet. Smart Configuration is just to build out the initial template. The next step you'll do is either extract manually, or we'll use the adaptive smart tags. And so this is the extraction portion. You can do this from abstracts or full text, as I've mentioned, and within the full text stage, you may even do the advanced feature, high fidelity mode, that extracts from tables and figures. So you may wish to do that as well. Once you've selected your options, hit apply, and that's when these tags that have been created by Smart Configuration will be extracted. So what does that look like? In the main tagging page, you've got your full text or your abstract, and you've got your questions on the right hand side. The Smart Configuration tags that were configured we're at the bottom of the hierarchy, so we know in this drop down we've got them at the bottom here. So study design was one of them. We've got population. We can see, okay, mean age was extracted, percentage of females were extracted. We've got high cardiovascular risk, and we can see what was extracted with the adaptive smart tags and make any edits as necessary. So that's how we use smart configuration at the screening stage to create a criteria and create a data extraction template in the tagging extraction stage before extracting using adaptive smart tags in order to take a look at that and then export what is necessary. Great, thanks for watching guys, bye!